When I was at work, I discovered that I couldn't do my numbers very well.
Swallow them into your stomach.
I didn't know what they meant all of a sudden.
Squeeze it hard. Squeeze. Wonderful.
Just didn't mean anything.
It's a progressive degenerative memory loss.
Do you remember when this picture was taken?
Sure.
Where was that?
Where was it? Right out here.
Well, I think that was at your house that you lived in.
And it basically, you faded with your memory.
The days get very long. You know, everybody leaves in the morning, they go off to school and they go off to work, and I used to go off to work. You slept tired or you woke up tired?
Both.
There are still people who say to me, I don't believe you have Alzheimer's. You're gonna find out it's something else.
Some people think that the earlier stages are the toughest because that's when you're aware of what you're losing.
I just don't know what time it is.
What time is it now?
1:33. Does that help anybody?
Sounds good to me.
I can read it, but it doesn't mean much.
Hey, that's very good. Well, so she didn't do an overall grade, but each of the stars means that you got them all right. You lose abilities in the same way you gained abilities as a child.
Not bad.
Yeah, right. I don't have that kind of memory anymore where somebody can tell me something and it stays in my memory. I would ask my kids 3, 4, 5 times, what do you want for supper? And 2 minutes later I'd say, what do you want for supper? And they'd say, Mom, you just asked me. And 2 minutes later I'd say, what do you want for supper? And they'd say, Mom, that's the 3rd time you asked me. But I still wouldn't remember what they said, nor that I'd ever asked them. You can't even remember what you went into a room for. And when that happens every 5 minutes, that you go to get something done and you can't remember what you were going to go do, and then you have to start another project, and then you can't remember that you were doing that. And with Alzheimer's, it's like things just disappear from your hands, you know, because you don't even realize you're holding it. It's constantly not being in charge of what you're doing. Well, these are my pills that I take in the morning.
For somebody that had so much moxie, you know, and could do everything, it's just pretty terrible to be in that position. That's why his hair is so gray and everything, is because he ends up doing everything.
Well, you know how you were before you got the disease and how you are now.
Yeah, well.
And so there's a grieving process there.
When you're a little kid, you're so afraid of the boogeyman, this thing that's going to get you. But then when you grow up, you realize, oh, there is no such thing, and it can't get you. And we're not afraid of the boogeyman anymore when we're adults. But I think Alzheimer's is the boogeyman of adulthood. It's what everybody's afraid of. They're all afraid of losing themselves in this way. They may not call it Alzheimer's, but when everybody talks about death, you know, it's the boogeyman of what we fear, of how we could die. And people say, well, you don't die of Alzheimer's. People don't die of that. And my response to that is, oh, you don't die of that. You die of pneumonia because your body no longer remembers how to cough.
Does she know what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yep, she knows.
How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Sometimes sad, sometimes... I don't know.
Sometimes sad.
Mm-hmm.
On the days that I'm doing better, then it's better.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then these were like...
And then that's usually all she says.
And then these were from...
I get sad. I get sad because my children are too young. I'm sad for my kids. That's the hardest part. my kids. That's the hardest part. Once in a while the demons come and I think about what lies ahead, and then it's hard not to cry. But then I just have to make sure that I have Alzheimer's and it doesn't have me. Get it! I just have to do what I can do today, because the day will come soon enough that I can't do anything but cry.
Come on, get it!
But today there's still things I can do.
Good dog.
Do you want to come and help set the table?
Oh, gosh, yes.
You need your life. And when you can't pull your life up out of yourself, somebody else has to bring it to you.
Remember that darling little dog?
You know, 1 in 10 people over the age of 65 has Alzheimer's. 1 out of every 2 or 3 over 85 has Alzheimer's. It's not like people are going to escape this.
Where there's a will,
The way
you can't win.
for losing.
What was I talking about? Just lost it.
This disease is bigger than any one person. You can't think positive and outthink Alzheimer's.
Okay.
But, you know, maybe if you think positive enough, you buy some time.
Is it?
Yeah.
We find moments of joy over the course of 24 hours.
Okay. Okay.
Moments in time and moments in the day.
While visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Cute picture.
Maybe later in the evening or 2 days later they don't remember it, but it doesn't matter if they enjoyed it at the time.
You know, every day that passes is another day that I won't have in the future, you know. But I'm so grateful for every day.